All right, it is day one of me getting back into my routine of training. I've been very inconsistent over the last 2 months, very sporadic workouts, and my body is craving movement. So, this is my day one. I hope you guys will join me. The goal of these workouts is going to be a focus on strength, but we always are going to be doing things to challenge our heart rate. So, making sure that we're elevating our heart rate with every workout. You're going to need dumbbells for these workouts, and you will also need a yoga mat. But besides that, just have your water bottle, and just follow along with the video. So we are going to start with our warm up today. We are going to be doing full body. Again, focusing on strength. So always wanting to challenge yourself with the weights that you're using. The time intervals that we're going to be doing today is 30 seconds. We're going to switch to a quad stretch. So if at the end of the 30-second interval that you're doing, you find that you can still get a bunch of reps out, I want you to try to increase your weight for the next one, for the next set, if that is possible for you, if you have that variety in weights. Good. We're going to stretch our glutes next, so pulling that foot across and then sitting the bum down. So holding for a couple seconds. Feeling lots of tightness here. It is crazy when you stop moving and you stop focusing on, your strength, your mobility, that your body just tenses up. And that is what I'm feeling right now. Good. We are going to do some groiners next. So stepping that foot out, dropping the elbow down, rotating up to the ceiling. Pushing back to a push-up position. Same thing, other side. Elbow down, rotate up. Amazing. We're going to do a couple more here. Awesome. We're going to go down into a deep squat next. So feet are going to be wide. You're dropping those hips down, pressing the knees out with the elbows. A little sway side to side to try and open up those hips. Then you're going to lift that bum up. You can kind of alternate bending the knees to really stretch out the hamstrings. Coming back down. We're going to do that one more time. Bum up. And slight bend in those knees. Good. We're going to do reach throughs next. So reaching our arm through, rotating up. We're going to do 5 per side. Good. Other side. And 5. Amazing job. Okay, we are going to get into our workout. So how this workout is broken down, we are doing 3 supersets what a superset means is that we're going to be doing 2 exercises back to back with no rest in between. And then we are going to be repeating that 3 times, but we are going to have a 30-second break after we get through those 2 exercises for 1 round. Okay, so first exercise is a front squat. We are going to be holding 2 dumbbells up on our shoulders. We are here. Okay, sitting those hips back, pushing through the heels, making sure that that foot is staying planted as you squat down. That is number 1. Number 2, in the superset, we're going to be doing a half kneel press. So for this one, we're going to be doing 30 seconds each side. Okay, so we're here pressing that arm up, locking the elbow at the top. So 30 seconds each side for that one. And then, like I said, rest for 30, and then we're repeating it 3 times. I'm going to get my timer going. I might give us like 5 seconds in between to switch so that we're not cutting into the time for each exercise, because we will need to obviously switch between them. But let's get into it. Follow my lead. Grab a sip of water. Okay, are you guys ready? We have a 3-second countdown. We are going in 3, 2, 1. Starting with those front squats, so weights on the shoulders. Inhale down, exhale as you're coming up. Focus on squeezing those glutes at the top, pulling belly button to spine. Slow and controlled here. You can also do this weight or this exercise without weights. We're halfway. Making sure to sit those hips back, push through the heels as you're standing up. 5. Amazing. We're going into our half kneel press. Okay. So opposite arm to the leg that's in front. We're locking that arm straight at the top. Exhale as you're going up. Inhale down. Core is tight. Halfway. Every exercise that we're doing, we are engaging that core. We're doing it to strengthen our core and also to protect our back, especially when we're going overhead with any exercise. Flipping to the other side. Let's go. Make sure to lock that arm right by the ear at the top. Inhale down, exhale up. So good. 15 seconds. You got this. 5. And relax for 30. So now is a good time. Assess how you're feeling. Assess how you felt while you were doing both of those exercises. I'm going to go up for my squats. And I'm going to stay the same for my press. So we have 15 seconds. And then we're going into our second set. So with our squats, 5 seconds. And let's go. So belly button is pulled in as you're going down. You're inhaling. Exhale, coming up. Squeezing those glutes at the top. Knees are staying in line with the feet. Really important to not allow them to fall inwards as you're standing up in that squat. That is very common. You really have to work to keep those knees in line with the feet. Good. 5-second rest. Going into our press. Let's go. Try not to lean here when you press. You tend to want to lean to help drive that weight up. Keep those shoulders facing forward and those shoulders level. Almost there. 5 seconds. Whew. Okay, other side. Heart rate is up and my muscles are burning. Let's go. Be mindful of your core. Belly button pulled to the spine. Try not to arch the back. Again, as you press, pulling that belly button in, you're going to help protect your back and to allow you from stop or not using it. 5 seconds. One more rep. Let's go. Amazing. Okay, 30-second rest. And we have one more set. And then we have our second superset. Okay. Assess the weights you use. I am sticking with what I got. I was definitely struggling by the end. So challenge yourself. You might have to get creative at home if you don't have access to a lot of different dumbbells. We're going in 5 seconds. And let's go. A breath with every single rep. Inhale down, exhale up. Let's go. Strong press up or power up. 5 seconds. Let's go. One more. Amazing. Half kneel press. Let's do it. Struggling, you guys. This is my punishment to myself for taking that little break off. 10 seconds. But in saying that, I'm not going to be hard on myself. I know. 3, 2, that it's a part of life. It comes in waves. Let's go. I always say you need to look at the big picture. Think about a year of consistency. You're not going to be perfect versus, every single month or every single week. Over the year, I know I'm going to be consistent. I might not be every single month or every single week. 10 seconds. 5 seconds. So good. Okay, I'm going to quickly demonstrate our second superset. So we are going to be doing stationary lunges. What that means, our feet are planted. Okay, so we're up on the ball of the back foot, planting that front foot down, and we're coming down and up, staying in that position for 30 seconds, and then switching to the other side. After that, we're going to be doing a bent over row. So we're hinging back at the hips, okay, dropping those glutes. Think about if you have a wall behind you, and then driving your elbows up and back. If you are struggling to get into that position and you find you have any kind of back pain or strain, you can actually use a wall to help stabilize. So you're going to sit those hips back against the wall, and that will help a lot. Okay, let's get going. Same thing, 30 seconds, quick 5-second time to switch up in between and get started in those lunges. In 3, 2, 1, let's go. So you're up on the ball of the back foot. Make sure that those toes are pointed to the wall in front of you. They're not rotated out to the side. Okay, think about pushing through that front heel as you stand up and locking both knees straight at the top. You can have a slight forward lean with your upper body as you come down, so you're not having to try and stand all the way upright. Good. And other side. So check that back foot. Remember, you're always pushing through that front heel to help yourself stand up. Inhale down, exhale up. Knee, front knee is always staying in line with that foot, just like our squats. 10 seconds. 5. Good. Amazing. We have our rows. Actually, I'm going to stick with this weight. Hinging over at the hips, slight bend in those knees, driving those elbows back. Inhale down, exhale as you pull up. Think about you're driving your elbows back towards your hips. Come on, you guys. 10 seconds. 5. Shifting your weight onto your heels. Good. We have a 30-second rest. Make sure your weight is shifted back onto your heels. You're really sitting into your hamstrings and glutes. Like I said, if you find it's a lot on your back, do that same position, but lean up against the wall. Okay, it's really gonna take some of that pressure off of your back. Whew. Can't catch my breath. Okay, stationary lunges, almost go time. Quickly, we are going to switch the leg that you started with the last time. Do I even remember? I think I said yes. So because we are activating both those legs in our stationary lunges, we don't always want to favor one leg starting first, because that leg is always going to be more of a benefit because you're using it when you have a little bit of rest. All right, 3, 2, 1, and let's go. So I always apply that rule to any exercises where you're going to be using both legs or both arms. You never want to always favor one side first, because like I said, that leg's always going to start stronger and you're always going to tire out the other leg more in the first set. 5 seconds. Good. Switch sides. And let's go. Pushing through that front heel, locking, legs straight. Good. Trying to get that back knee down to the ground. If you can. If you can't, that's okay. Go as low as you possibly can. 5 seconds. Good. Bent over row. Whew. All right, let's do it. Weight shifting on the heels. Sit those hips back. Drive the elbows up and back. Halfway. Come on. 10. Almost there. 3. Oh. Okay, 30 seconds to rest. I'm feeling this, which is always a good thing. Sometimes hard when you're going through it, but I know I'm going to be so happy once this is all done. Okay, last set, and then we're moving on to our final superset before our finisher. All right, you guys, 5 seconds, and switch legs again. Let's go. Inhale down, exhale up. Belly button is pulled to the spine. Think about good posture when you're doing this too. Pull those shoulders down and back. Even if you are slightly leaning forward, you can still have good posture versus rounding that upper back. 5 seconds. Amazing. Other side. Let's go. Watch that front knee, keeping it in line with the foot. Halfway. Locking knees straight at the top, 10 seconds. 5. Good. Okay, bent over row, last set, let's do it. Drive the elbows back towards the hips. Exhale, pulling up. Inhale down. Sit back on those heels. 5. And oh, I tried to quit 1 rep short, but I did it. Okay, water. Last superset. We're going to be doing sumo deadlifts. So, sumo stance, feet are wide, toes are going to be slightly outwards, but we are doing a deadlift. Okay, so just a slight bend in those knees. Okay, we're not squatting. Okay, so we're here, keeping the weights in between your legs. Here. Okay, after that, we are doing a chest press. We're just going to be doing this down on the ground. And so we're here. Think about having a 45-degree angle at your armpit. What I mean by that, so instead of think 90 degrees here, you want to have those elbows slightly down, pressing right in front of your chest. All right, no extra rest here. Let's get into it, starting with those sumo deadlifts. And 3, 2, 1, and let's go. So sending those hips back. You want to be feeling this in your hamstrings, so the back of your legs up into your glutes. Inhale down, exhale up, squeezing the glutes at the top. Amazing, 10 seconds. 5. So good. Down into our chest press. Let's go. Inhale down, exhale, pressing up. Make sure to bring those weights together at the top. Put your mind in the muscle. This is always a hard one, but think about squeezing your chest muscles together as you press up. So good. All right. We have a 30-second rest before our next set. Assessing your weights. I'm going to stick with that weight for my squats, but I am going to go up in my chest press. So if you compare a chest press to the ground versus on a bench, you don't have as much range of motion on the floor because you obviously stop when the floor hits, where if you're on a bench, you go a lot lower. So you typically can go heavier when you're doing your chest press on the ground. All right, let's go in 3, 2, 1. Let's do it. So I want you to focus on posture on this one too, pulling those shoulders down and back. So keeping the weights very close to the legs as you're going down. You don't want them to get away. Okay, that's just going to put strain on your back. So gliding them down your legs as you lower down, squeezing the glutes at the top. Amazing. Right into our chest press. And let's go. Remember, inhale down, exhale up. So good, you guys. Let's go. Amazing. Okay, 30-second rest. And then if you know me and you know my workouts, I almost always have a finisher, I like to call it. So nice little challenge at the end. Today is going to be challenging, but nothing that's going to be getting our heart rate up too high, but our muscles are going to be shaking because we're focusing on our muscular endurance. So we're holding a couple exercises. Hint, hint, wink, wink. Okay, let's get ready. And 3, 2, 1. Push yourself here if you can with your weights. Squeezing at the top. Good posture, pulling shoulders down and back. You can do this. 10 seconds. 5. Amazing. Okay, chest press, last set. Let's do it. Remember to bring those weights together. Core is tight. You can do this, you guys. Let's go. Final push on these. Last one. So good. Okay. You guys rest. I'm just going to switch up the timer. So for our finisher, we are going to be doing a Tabata. So what a Tabata is when you do 20 seconds of work, 10 seconds of rest. You can do it with one exercise. I often do it with two. So we're going to be alternating between two different exercises, 20 on, 10 off. And we're doing 8 rounds in total, but it'll be 4 rounds per exercise. Okay. So 2 exercises that we're doing is a wall sit. Okay. I'll give you some cues as we get into our first one, and then into a plank, which you can do from feet or drop down to your knees. Okay, again, we're doing 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off, and we are going to be going in 3, 2, and 1. Let's go. So we want 90-degree angle at the knees, 90 degrees at the hips. Back is up against the wall, trying to keep those hands away from the legs. We're already halfway, you guys. Keeping the knees in line with the feet as well. And the feet are about hip width apart. 3, 2, and 1. 10 seconds rest. Getting ready for that plank. Okay, and with our plank, we want to make sure that we have a nice flat back. So keeping those hips down, let's go. Okay, making sure they're not coming up. Belly button is pulled up. Glutes are squeezed. We're halfway. Deep breaths here, in through the nose, out through the mouth. Good. Okay, back up. And just remember, it's okay to shake. Very common with both of these exercises. All right, let's go. Posture here, check those knees. Angle at the hip and the knees. Mind over matter. In through the nose. Try to really control your breath. 3, 2, and 1. So good. We're going down in that plank. So make sure that your your shoulders, let's go, are over top of your elbows. Feet can be hip width apart on this as well. Keeping those hips down, belly button pulled up. 5. Good. All right. Back up. So we're halfway done. We're just repeating exactly what we just did. Let's go. 20 seconds. Posture here. Breathing, halfway done. Three, 2, and 1. Amazing. Getting down. And let's go. Make sure your eyes are focused down. Think about in between your hands. You're not straining your neck up and you're not straining it down. Okay, nice neutral spine. Good. And we are up for our final round of wall sit and plank, and then we are stretching, and then we are done. And let's go. And done. So good. Last one here. 2, 1, and let's go. Hips are down, belly button is pulled up. Deep breaths here. Who wants to hold it for another 10 seconds? Let's finish strong. So let's keep going. We got 10 seconds. Let's go. Strong to the end. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Great job. Okay, let's get into a couple stretches right away. We're gonna sit on our bum, cross our foot over, and lean into this. Okay, so you should be feeling this all the way up your hamstring, up into your glute. Again, take some deep breaths here. Ideal to be holding stretches for about 30 seconds. Other side. And take some deep breaths, you guys. Thank you for doing this with me today. Honestly, I've always said this, and it's the truth. Doing these workouts live on YouTube or in these challenges, it holds me accountable, and it is the best thing that I can do for myself. And I know that obviously you guys are appreciating it as well as you're doing it along with me. So thank you so much. It really does mean a lot to me. We're going to stretch our quad. So pulling that foot back, leaning back. So good. Trying to keep those knees. If you can get back down on your elbows, you can totally do that. I don't have that mobility right now. Still feeling lots of tightness. But today was an amazing full body workout. We hit all the major muscle groups in our lower body, in our upper body, which is always a key, I think, for most of the full body workouts that I try and do. Good. We're going to do a reach through, but hold it this time. So reaching through and rotating. So you're really trying to reach that bottom arm as far as you can. You want to feel like a separation in between your shoulder blades. That's where you really want to be feeling this stretch. I am absolutely feeling it. Awesome. Other side. Again, deep breaths here. Oh yeah, lots of tightness. Okay, last one, we're just gonna hold the child's pose. So knees are wide, feet are together, reaching those arms out in front, head is lowering down to the mat. Good, really try to reach those fingers out in front. And that will be it for this first workout. Thank you again, guys, for showing up with me today. The best thing you can do is to subscribe to this channel. Like I said, I'm going to be posting workouts over the next few weeks. So subscribe, share the link with your friends, grab a friend and do it together. I appreciate you guys so much, and I hope you love the workout.